Welcome, welcome beautiful yogis. Today is gentle yoga and we'll focus on our arms and our legs, our neck and shoulders. We'll strengthen the core and we'll do some lovely spinal twists and end up feeling relaxed and more enlivened than we are right now. We'll begin on the back. Lie on your back if you like, a little pillow under your head, and hug your knees in. Have your strap nearby. So nice to lie down on the ground. And we take a moment to connect with the breath. So you can have your legs straight or your knees just bent, hands on your tummy. And as you close your eyes, just tune into what's here. I know some of you have already been relaxing and breathing, awaiting the starting time. Here we are in this moment, in this breath. The extraordinary breath. Come into presence. We do that by linking the breath, reorienting our focus to here, to now, this body, and letting it be exactly as it is. And then we begin to deepen the breath, initiating the breath at the low belly, and feel it rising up from your low belly through your rib cage and all the way to the top, so that inhale touches your collarbones, little moment of awareness. And then we'll purse the lips and blow the breath away slowly. And again, exactly the same way. Rising, inhale. Now at the top, we hold the breath a moment. Blow the breath away. And we do it again. So find your own cadence for this breathing. Some will have longer breaths than others. Perhaps my timing is not in sync with yours today. But our attention completely honed in on this rising inhale, little holding moment, and the blowing away of the breath. And doing this one more time. This time as you exhale through your pursed lips, press the hollow of your back down into the mat, causing a little pelvic tilt. Ready to breathe in, release that pelvic tilt, let that natural curve return. Same inhale, slowly up. Holding that moment at the top, blowing the breath away and consciously flattening your back into the mat, starting this more deliberate tilt of your pelvis. And we do this one more time exactly this way. Good, so now bring your right knee into your hands. Both hands wrapped around the right knee. Let your left leg slide straight out on the mat with a little push through the heel. And just begin to circle the right foot. Little creaky circlings and reverse. And then please put your right foot on top of your left thigh, which immediately relaxes. The left arm guides your knee over, rolling your left hip to the left, letting your right hip now be over your left hip, so your low back's getting a stretch. And the right arm and shoulder just at ease where you can drop deeply into that area. We'll stay with the same breathing that we've been doing. Nose in, the rising of the inhale, the little pause, and the blowing away of your exhale. Twice more, please. Roll onto your back again, placing the right foot flat, left foot next to it, and just find the midline of your spine and your sacrum, and then bring your left thigh into your chest. And slide the right leg now straight out on the mat with a little push through the heel. The left foot so relaxed it can circle. Circling the opposite direction. Good, and then placing that left foot on top of your right thigh, and right leg's relaxed as we roll in that direction now, resting in this gentle twist, and the same breath. So this is a very healing practice tonight. We're going slow. We're only going to do the poses that feel right, especially if you've had surgery today. You're just going to do what you can. Following the impulse of your body and knowing your state of being. Roll onto the back again, left foot flat and right foot next to it. Shift to the midline, not only with your sacrum, your shoulder as well, both shoulders now. And place your right ankle across your left thigh. This is thread the needle, hold your left thigh. Drawing it in, close. And finding this shape where the sacrum is deeply into the mat, and we begin the 3 cycles of this same breath. Rising, inhale, the little hold, and then as you blow the breath away, draw your left thigh a little closer in, the exhale yielding that little bit more stretch. Release that little bit more stretch for the inhale, even though we're still holding the leg. A little holding moment at the top. And as we blow the breath away, draw your leg closer. One more time. As you release your hands, slide your right thigh closer to your left thigh so they cross each other and your thighs are connecting, and you're going to hold, please, your ankles. Hand holding the opposite foot. Keeping your sacrum and your low back just flattened into the mat. Continuing with our same breath pattern, we have 2 more cycles. Letting go your ankles and cross your legs so that you have your feet flat and your sacrum at center. Bring your left outer ankle across your right thigh for threading the left arm through the gap and draw your leg a little closer in. Good, are you ready? Our 3 breaths, nose in. A little holding moment. And drawing your right thigh in on this exhale through your mouth. Release for the in. Little holding moment. And draw it in. You release the hand, cross the left thigh over the right, reach for your ankles. And as we hold this shape, keep that sense of ease, no effort. It is now the breath and our attention that is bringing about the physiological and psychological changes that are so helpful in healing, calming, and regenerating our energy. We let go the feet, uncross and place the feet flat on the mat. Reaching now for your strap, and we'll put the strap around the right foot, take it straight up into the air. See if your knee will straighten all the way with plenty of strap. Straighten the left leg. Ta-da, here we are, both legs straight, one up in the air, one on the ground. And please come back to our same breath. Wind the strap around your left hand. You've got the right leg up there. The left hand's got the strap, and bring your right leg across your body towards the left. So again, we're twisting. It's a little deeper, and if you like, bring a block for your foot or your leg to rest on. Spread across your upper back. Note that your left leg can be completely at ease on the mat. Some of you might be talking about that left leg. Bend the knee and inch your left foot up towards your right buttock. That's going to activate your quad. And don't worry if this is not available. Many people can't do this. Your right hand's going to look for that foot. Where is that foot? Grab it, and then draw the right shoulder back down. Have a little breathe here. Let it be okay wherever you are. And one more breath here. Let go that left foot and then straighten that left leg. And bring your right leg back up to vertical. And one more action for that right leg. Bend the knee down to your side ribs, using the strap to pull it in, or your both hands around that right foot. And that right knee is now deeply into your underarm. Activate your left leg, which is straight, and take it just up off the mat. And now we practice our 3 breaths, just the way we've been doing. One more breath. Oh, and we release the pose, bringing both feet flat and using your feet to navigate your sacrum right to the middle, a little lift and settling back down. Strap now around your left leg, straight up as long as you can, and the right leg straight out on the mat with a bit of vigor in it. Return to the breath once you've set it up. And so this way of breathing calls for our attention and intention to breathe this way. It doesn't just happen on autopilot. And it is the way to hone the mind into the present moment, where it can be occupied with the body, with the breath, bringing the calm mind state, because there's no struggle here. It's all doable. Wind your strap around your right hand, left arm to the side on the left, and over we go, rolling onto your right hip, and again use a block to rest your leg on. And be here now. There's plenty to feel in this twist, left buttock, getting a really good stretch. And as we stay a little longer, some of you might explore bending the right knee, inching that right foot up towards your left buttock, and grabbing that foot with your left hand, kind of like a shoelace, pulling in opposite direction, left shoulder down. Release the shape, the right leg straight out, the left leg comes back to vertical. Please bend your left knee towards your underarm. Hold the left foot with your both hands or your strap and raise your right leg just a few inches off the mat. Can you feel how your low back is into the mat, broadening? Little action in the core, quads, as we take these 2 more breaths in this shape. and release the pose. Strap to the side, both feet are flat, and locate the center line. Palms are flat right near your hips. Little hip lifts, little bridges. Lift up, inhale, lower down, exhale, starting really slowly. And those of you who want to go really high, just take your pillow out so that your throat doesn't get closed off. Lifting and lowering with your breath. And so continuing our same breath, and if you like, instead of blowing the breath away, just exhale through the nose, but it's in little pause, exhale long. The exhale is when we lower the hips. One more. Release the buttocks. Please grab your strap again, this time holding it around both feet. Taking both legs into the air, close together. And as you flex your feet, spin the thighs slightly towards each other. 3 cycles of breath. The sacrum still grounding. This is a wonderful hamstring stretch and helps the low back as well. Nice, safe way. And then I'd invite you to widen your legs, letting the strap slip through the hands so that your legs now can be as wide as can be, keeping your strap taut. Continuing with our breathing practice. Inward attention on the breath, the feeling of stretch. Two more. Pull the strap to bring your legs together. Bend the knees to remove the strap. And let your feet come back down to the mat flat. Reach for your block and place a block between your thighs. Feet. This keeps your knees and your feet aligned as we palms down near the feet, lift hips up. Same action as we did earlier, but we're coming up higher, lower down. This time, as we raise the hips, raise both arms. If that feels doable, both arms overhead. Look, we've got long arms, long quads. Exhale, lower the arms and the hips. Continue with this. One to go. Nice. So please keep the block. Take your feet off the floor and bring your shin bones parallel to the mat. Widen the arms out, palms open, and a little to the left go the knees, head to the right. Inhale, center, and a little to the right, carrying that block. Come back to center, and continue with this with your breathing. And we're not trying to get all the way to the mat. We are just rolling on the hips, controlling the core muscles with this addition of the block. And leaving the upper body as much as you can flat. So as we keep going, you might find just a little bit more mobility. And we come back to center, keep the block, just let your feet land. All right, just a moment. Release the block, have it on your tummy, so we know exactly where it is. Relaxed tummy breath. Good, and so now we're going to do the active bridge pose with the block between the knees again. If you're working very gently today, just put the block under the sacrum and rest in the supported bridge pose. So here we go, block between the knees, feet pressed down, hands close into your body, up come the hips, activate your arms. Now we're going to hold the hips in the bridge pose, still using the block. And as we squeeze lightly into the block, the muscles of the quadriceps are aligned to all work equally. And the pose is growing out of the parallel feet. So awareness of feet. And a way to activate into the ligaments of the knees is to focus now on the ball of the feet, peel the toes off, and spread them. And then bring the toes back down to the mat. Don't lose the block. And stay for 2 or 3 more breaths in your capacity to hold the shape. The last inhale is the deep one that we can hold a moment. Move the arms out of the way. Exhale, lower your hips down. Release all the muscles that held us up there. Grab the block and place it under the sacrum. Some of you might have been doing that already. Just place the block, low block, under the sacrum. And draw your right knee in towards your chest, much like we did earlier. This time the left leg straight out. Heel stays on the mat, and so can you feel how deeper we are going into the quads and the psoas muscle here? And we might as well roll that right foot again. And roll the right foot the other way. And release the right foot to the mat. Draw the left foot up next to it. So we're back at our starting point. Register that. And now the left knee, the left thigh into your chest. Hold it with both hands and slide your right leg straight. Very active right leg, slightly rolled in thighs. And then the rolling left foot. Reverse left foot rolling. Good. So let's try this. Left foot to the mat. And can you slide your left foot next to your right foot? Draw both feet back, flexed feet, and push through the both heels. Press your thighs down and slightly inwardly rotated. Perhaps both arms overhead. And we'll be in this shape for 3 breaths. Keeping your legs active for this final breath here. Return the arms alongside, walk the feet up, and remove the block. Slowly down. Slowly down. Tuck the tail on your way down. And release all those buttock muscles, letting your feet line up in cobblers, knees wide. Fill up with a nose breath in. Hold your breath. And then blowing the breath away as you turn your head towards the right. Inhale to center. And roll towards the left. And back to center. Bring your knees up. Separate the feet. Lift and lower the sacrum. Good. Please roll over and come to hands and knees. Have your blocks at hand. And we start with cow-cat. This too is a pelvic tilt, so inhaling, chest forward. Exhale, tuck the tail, stretch the sacrum as you draw your belly in and lower the chin. Flow with breaths. Spinal undulation. Please come to the neutral back and straighten your right leg, ball of the foot onto the mat, level hips. Our twist is to the left. Raise your left arm, roll your rib cage, and look up towards that left hand, looking down as you exhale. And see if that feels good on your head and neck, to move your head to look upwards while breathing in, and the opposite while breathing out. One more breath here. And lower your left arm, and knee. Just a little ease of that right wrist. Please straighten your left leg straight out, ball of the foot. Little press into the mat, the level hips, the right arm lifts for the twist to the right. Breathe here with a moving head. Looking good, everyone. Terrific. And lower the arm and the knee. So let's widen the knees and have the arms extend. Now it might feel good to use your low block as we stretch the arms forward and draw the hips back. Extended child's pose. So with the arms a little raised on the blocks, it actually deepens the underarm stretch and that upper back activation that feels really good unless you've got a shoulder injury. And come forward to hands and knees, setting your blocks now to the middle setting. And we go into the hips more. The right knee lifts on inhale, heart lifts, knee to nose, exhale, still in the spinal flexion here. Twice more. Step the right foot through this time. Press the right foot down to lift your arms up and take them skyward. Let's take a moment to reach for the sky, steadying through the front foot and the knee. And then lower the arms to your low back. Steady that front knee a lot. Lift the heart. Good. Keeping your right hand in your low back, bring your left arm forward and to the vertical and maybe slightly back. A little back bend. Good. Now we bring the left arm forward to the block and put the right hand on the block too and draw your right leg straight. Relentlessly working this right leg. Terrific. Looking good. So nice to see you. We've got the right foot in front, the right leg straight, the sit bone pulling back. And because we just love spinal twists, from here, twist to your right. Turn your trunk. Keep that right sit bone drawing back. The arm now is level with the shoulder, and it's a lovely stretch through the trunk. Front and back. Release, come back out, and draw your leg back. Second side, the left knee bends behind, lift it up, look up, chest lifting. This is inhale, knee to nose, round the back. 2 more times. Stepping your left foot through. Press it down to rise with both arms. Take them up and reach for the sky. Grounding to reach high. So there's internal balance is going on in this shape. It's such a good pose. And now lower the chin as we bring the hands to the sacrum. Again, the upper body activation, elbows back, shoulders back. And then the right arm comes forward and skyward. Breathing deeply into this delicious stretch. And we bring the right arm forward, back to the block, and the left one as well. And now it's the left leg. Straighten that. Straighten the left leg, draw the sit bone back. Breathe here. And so when we activate the stretch, can you feel the reverberations after that? And of course new places of stretch are happening. We twist now to the left. The left sit bone draws back, and the left arm along the horizon level with the shoulder. Back it reaches. And bring the hand back and draw the leg back. Extended child's pose, just as we did. Wide knees, feet close, with or without blocks. Draw your seat back and stretch the underarms. Let your heart drop towards the mat. Your forehead might rest there. Return to fours. Blocks to the side. Walk the knees in. And now let's adjust the hands. Take them a little forward. Let's take a little downward dog. Not too long. Walk the hands forward. Spread palms. Curl the toes. And lift your knees up. And as you look at your feet, have them parallel. And you can lift and lower the heels. Or bend one knee at a time. Deep stretch into the hamstrings. And on the exhale, just bring your knees gently down and come down to your elbows, forearms, palms in prayer pose. A little resting moment. The knees are close together. Lift your chest a little bit, look slightly forward, and raise your bent right knee up off the mat. And you can either pulse or just have a sense of lifting that knee high, keeping the quadriceps all stretching equally, 4 of them. In other words, the knee's not traveling out to either the right or the left. Chest stays lifted, it's a breath in, and the exhale, lower back down. Ooh, you can feel that in the supportive hip. And now let's lift that left knee, either moving or just keeping that knee lifted, breathing into the areas of stretch. And lower the knee. Good. Now let's walk the knees back and just come onto the belly. And spread the palms flat so that we're immediately in Sphinx pose. Attentive breath in this shape. Many people think it's the poses that do it, but it's the magic, the real magic is in the breath. So that's where we're focusing. Staying as you are, or press your palms and raise your elbows just up off the mat, seal pose. See how you can bring your breath deeper, lower in the body when we come off the mat a bit. The next inhale is the big one. Full, 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 little pause. And then ready to exhale, lie down, make a pillow for your brow, and rest here. So be sure to relax your buttocks, drop the shoulders. Feel the flows, energy flowing through the body. So as the mind becomes still and the body enlivens, the feeling of presence, present moment, our own aliveness. One more relaxed breath. So, as you lift your head, I happen to have my pillow blanket right here, so I'm going to bring it in and bring the arms alongside and just position the blanket so that when you lower your right ear, it's fairly comfortable. And if you feel you want to bring the blanket up higher, just fold it in half. So it really has everything to do with the amount of body mass in our front. And be comfy here. Inhale, lift your chest, your arms, and your head. And then exhale, turn your head the other way and come to rest again. Head on blankie, soft back and shoulders. Inhale, rise, head and chest. Now the legs we're going to keep on the floor. Ready to exhale, come on down, turning your face and resting your right ear on your comfy pillow blanket. Rise, inhale. Turn the face to exhale down. Keep going. The lower body stays active and we are lifting and lowering the upper body, the shoulders, the chest, and the head, of course. Love you to do one more each way. A lot of energy coming into the low back. Can you feel that? One more. Now we're going to rest. Now you could rest with your head this way, or you could just move the pillow blanket, rest at center on your hands, and really let go the back. Lift your head, bend your right knee, and can you catch the foot with your right hand? So it's not always available, which you can just reach towards, or you can get your strap around it, which is often harder than anything else. And the left forearm is pressing down. And so we're lifting up and we're holding the right knee, and let the right foot pull your long right arm and shoulder back. And we're propped up a little bit through the left forearm. Try to stay squared to the front. Now that left leg, it's long and straight, take it just up off the floor. And stay for 3 of our particular breaths. One And more. And release the pose. Have a little lie down with your head. Soften the buttocks and legs. There'll be some asymmetry in your low back buttock area. And lifting your head and chest, reach for your left foot with your left hand. That's it. Try to keep the knee pointing down because we're really focusing on those quads today. Pull the foot so that your shoulder, left shoulder, draws back, scapula's digging into your body. And then brace your right leg just a few inches up, and we do those 3 breaths. Best you can, your left knee is in its own lane, so even if you don't reach for the foot, it's better to have the knee pointing straight down to align the quads. That's it, yeah. And next exhale, we come on down and rest. Rest completely. Nice to bend the knees, rock the hips here. Nice. Please bring your hands next to your ribs. Push 2 hands and knees. And we're in all fours. And it's our balance pose now. Right leg parallel to the mat, left arm forward. Level hips. Good. Exhale down and release the pose. Second side is the left leg parallel to the mat, right arm forward. Exhale down. Good, just let your hips drop a little side to side. So now I'd like to repeat that same sequence to each side. But there'll be a little add-on for some of you, as that's a little theme in today's practice, is grabbing that opposite foot. So here we go. As we did, right leg parallel to the mat, left arm forward. Feel free to stay right here or bend your right knee and catch the foot and lift it up. And our 3 breaths are here, whichever pose you've chosen. And extend the leg and bring it all down. Second side, left leg. We begin with the straight leg and arm in opposite directions. And to either stay here or bend the knee, and right hand catches left foot. Kick it up. And stretch it out. And release. Come down to your elbows, palms in prayer pose. Let your head just relax. If it feels good to let the crown of the head drop towards the ground, do that, or just keep your head a little bit lifted. You know your body. And again, you can stay right here, or curl your toes under and take your knees up. Forearm balance. So this will feel really good on the low back. as the sacrum is stretching. Two more breaths, same breath. Inhale, little pause. Long exhale. Twice more. We counterpose in child's pose. Knees down. Sit back. Use a blankie behind your knees as needed. And you can rest your brow on your hands or let your arms rest alongside. And be in this small shape. This too is a great counter pose for the low back work that we did. And now make your way up and we'll sit on that folded blanket. Head down, head up, all the dimensions in our yoga practice. So cross legs is good. Sitting tall, shoulders back. Inhale, bring your chest forward, so we're back to cow pose. Exhale, round your back. This too will feel good. Draw forward on inhalation. And round your back. Three more. So great for the spine. And the last one. Come to a nice upright seat and straighten your right leg straight out in front and bring your left heel in. Feel free to use the straps. I like to have it ready as we go in with the raised arms. Breathe in and exhale, come forward. And so now grab either your toes or your strap. Lift your heart, breathing in, and fold over the leg, breathing out. And we're here to breathe. Breathing into the low back, particularly. Good. So from here you can let go your foot or your strap, walk up your leg, come to upright, and bring your left knee upright for a seated twist. So the foot steps over, and we draw the spine tall. We're wrapping your right hand around your left knee, either wrist or elbow, and turn to your left. Be as upright as you can. Breathe into this shape. One more long exhale here. Undo the pose, coming back to center to switch sides. The other leg now straight. your right heel into the groin. And inhale, both arms reach for the sky. Exhale, come forward. Hold your toes or your strap. Drop the shoulders so we can inhale, heart lifting, halfway up shape, fold over the leg. And now breathe into your back. Walk your way up the leg. And your right knee comes up. Step the foot over. And be tall. Wrap around your arm and turn to your right. Infuse this shape with your breathing. And unwind out of this shape. Both legs straight. Push through the heels and slightly rotate your thighs inward. Strap still there. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, come forward and reach for your toes or your strap. Drop the shoulders. Lift the heart, breathing in. And fold over your legs, breathing out. And it's the same breath into the back. One more. To come out of the pose, walk your hands up your legs and come to upright, sit tall. Relax the feet, feel the moment. One more here. Let's take the legs to straddle. Wide legs. Come to the edge of your seat, and lift your heart and come forward. So you might just come forward a little bit or more. So nice to be internal here so that we're not measuring by some exterior standard of where this pose should be. There isn't that. Because wherever we are, the body is stretching just the right amount. Legs low back. Getting space, filling the space with the breath. So we did this earlier lying on the back when we held the strap along the wide legs. Walk your way back. Hold the legs in. And coming off your blankie now, place it at the top of your mat, above your mat. and angle along your mat to come onto your elbows. So we're on the elbows. Tuck the tail a little under and then draw the shoulders back and take your feet off the mat. Straighten left leg and bend. Straighten right leg and bend. Straighten both legs and bend. Right leg and bend. Left leg and bend, and both legs. One more time. Left, bend, right, bend, both, and bend, feet to the mat. Good. Now we want to lie all the way down. So strategize so that when you lie down, you're still on your mat, and have a little resting moment here. Reach for the block and place it under the sacrum. Take your legs into the air. And we're here just for a few breaths. And bend the knees, feet on the mat, draw the block out, lower the sacrum, shift your hips a little to the right, right leg over left for the delicious unwinding, relaxing, releasing twist to the left. Oh, drop in here. Breathing in, bring your knees back up. Shift hips left of center, left thigh on top. And your twist is to the right. Drop into the body. Feel this unwinding and releasing of all the focused stretches. Your mind now becoming a little diffuse. This general sense of sensation. And then bring your knees back up to rearrange everything along the midline for your final relaxation with the props that you like. Head pillow, bolster, cover. The work is done. And now we rest. So letting go the breathing pattern. Letting the body just breathe you. All by itself, all that is no longer needed is ebbing away. all by itself, renewal is happening. And rest in that. Know that you can stay exactly as you are as long as you like. Or you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and then roll onto your side and drop into deep gratitude for the extraordinary aliveness and all that is good in your world. And we'll complete the practice in the seated pose. So grateful to practice with you today, beautiful yogis. Namaste.